up to bat today. A 1992 Rivera TBR-1M tube amplifier. I kind of wanted to go through some older amps that I have. So I wanted to talk about how older amplifiers, tube amps, have to compete with the newer, more modernized flamethrowers out there that are being built and created all over the world by many amplifier companies. You can never replace older amps' technology and their sound and their tone and the color that comes from the amp, but you can modify it to bring it up into today's standards in the metal world. I love high gain amplifiers. You guys should know this by now. I rarely do anything on clean amps because, you know, I play acoustic stuff. I play love songs with my wife and two souls. As clean as you're gonna get on an amp, play an acoustic. If you play an acoustic guitar, that's the cleanest you're ever gonna get, and probably the sweetest sounding you'll ever get as well. Old amplifiers. I need to stop rambling. Sorry about the long talking, but I need to start getting on with wanting to compare older amplifiers' tone, and then adding a little tube screamer to it. This is the mini Ibanez tube screamer. It's kind of like their version of the TS-808, and I'm going to show you how you can kind of alter an older amp to make it compete with the newer amps. Will also be a Kemper video as well. I'm going to profile it, but I'm not going to do the whole, hey, watch me profile it, look at the little profiler, oh, it's doing its thing, oh, it made the alien noises, oh, there you go, I got the profile. I'm just going to profile it, and then I'm going to put the Kemper on top of it, and I'm going to play with the Kemper for a little bit as well. I'm not going to do a playthrough. I'm not going to be playing along with a song, headbanging and getting all crazy. I'm just going to play a little couple riffs, the same riff, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right. Woohoo, buddy! Yeah! The Rivera 1992 TBR 1M has a lot of features. This was actually a studio piece built for studios or for super famous rock stars that took these things on tour. Back then, you got to remember that in the late 80s, early 90s, effects and rack systems was super popular, super famous, and the problem was getting that coming through a tube amplified sound clean. So on the Rivera, you have a patch area on the top. There's three quarter-inch jacks. This completely bypasses the pre and the preamp stages of the amp for rack mount effects, any kind of rack mount effects. So it keeps everything super clean. On the next side, we have the input for the guitar. We have a P comp, and you can assign P comp to either channel 1 or channel 2. What the P comp does is, say you have a Fender guitar with weak single coil pickups, you can make those single coils like a humbucker. You can just turn it up, humbucker, humbucker, humbucker. Okay, so you can turn up the single coil and give it more power. Or say you have EMGs or battery operated pickups and it's too hot, you can turn it down, the signal strength that's coming through from the hot pickups. Like for me, Ola's guitars, the pickups are pretty raunchy already. They're hot already. They're not like a battery EMG style hot, but they're really good, super sensitive already. But what I like to do with the Rivera is I like to turn it up a little more so there's more power coming from the input signal of the pickups on the guitar. So it gives me a little bit more gain. So on this style Rivera, the P comp at number 4 is your standard pickup volume or power or strength level. I have Ola's pickups at 7. After 7, it starts to distort and the color really starts getting raunchy sounding and dirty, and the breakup's not as nice. And this is the first amp I played that channel 1 was the distortion channel. Usually channel 1's clean, channel 2's rock, channel 3's high gain, but this has 2 channels. Channel 1 is the metal channel. Channel 2 is your clean channel. How the signal chain works is pickup goes into the P comp. P comp decides how much power to send to the preamp stage. So your volume actually on channel 1 is your gain. Okay? This one doesn't pull out or anything. Your treble pulls and pops. Okay? I got that set at 10. Again, this is to try and get the most high gain distortion I can out of the amp. They have a slope button. It comes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. What that does is focuses on the mid equalized section of the guitar. So at 1 would be the thinnest, at 5 would be the thickest. I have it set to 3 right now because I like it right in the middle. Then you have your mid EQ control that pulls and pops. When you pull it and you push it, you control 2 different types of mids to add to the slope. And if you have it pushed in, you shut off the slope feature. If you pull it out, the slope feature is engaged. Now, on the bass, it does the same thing. You can pull and pop it for contour, or you can push it in. When I push it in, it sounds real nasally, real like it sounds real, you know, it's not cool. So I pull that bugger out. And then your master controls the total signal of what you have in front of the master and is your volume. So the higher this goes up, the more gain you get. So I'm at number 4 right now, but at 7, this thing sounds really good. Next, you have your reverb, your effects level. So you have reverb and you have your send and return for each channel, designated or split. Then you have a focus knob. This is really cool. This has 2 power amps. It's actually a stereo guitar amplifier where you could have one set of speakers set on one side, another set on the other power amp. So you have 2 separate power amps, 2 separate reverb tanks in this thing. So it's really cool. But the focus knob, it goes 0 to 10. 0 meaning open back cab and 10 meaning closed back cab. So what this focus button or dial does is it decides how much power to push your speakers. So if you ever had an open cabinet and you got to see the speaker grill without the cloth on and you saw the speaker movement, that's what it controls. So if you want a little more action, more pump on the speaker, you put it on closed back cabinet, and an open back cabinet will have the sound of a closed back cabinet. So that's a really cool feature, and I have that on 5 right now. 10 sounds a little too much when I already have a closed back cab. And the presence I have on 10. Highly recommend that you pick one of these up. And make sure they're running good though. Okay? So I lucked out. This was in hiding in Hawaii for 18 years, and then it surfaced. And then I snatched it so I can make you guys all a video. But I gotta wash dishes now to pay off this amp, clean people's houses, do people's yards to pay off the amp, so I can make you guys a really cool video. One you won't see. I believe, honestly, there is only 2 Rivera videos online on YouTube as we speak. So this would be the 3rd one. And the first couple of them is the designer, the engineer that built the amp. And the second one is of some dude playing the amp with really bad microphones back then, you know. But it's the only 2 videos out there. So sorry for whoever made those videos. But the owner's really cool. All right, so here we go. All right. So right now, Tube Screamer is off. Here we go. Full signal. Okay, now I'm going to engage the Tube Screamer. That the Tube Screamer added that new modern metal sound to it and gave it a little bit more clipping in the gain stage. Also, I'm using my Suihbne Guitars plectrums. This one has been working out really well for me. And also, this one, surprising enough, this little bugger right here is like big and fat, but it does stuff different to the tone. So you heard one pick. Let's do it. Let's just get this going. And this is with no Tube Screamer. go. That was a disc pick. Sorry. Just doing a little plug on the plectrums, you know. That took some time. That took a long time. A whole bunch of cabinets went in and out of this room. Kept the same setup. And so this is the Rivera on a 57 microphone. And when I'm doing mine, I shut the cabinet off because I'm not going through mains of a house. I'm coming straight out of a guitar cabinet and I don't need it. So here we go. Here it is. Everybody, 1992 tube amp technology, high gain distortion, brought back into the modern world, found after 18 years of being in somebody's warehouse, retubed, redid, cleaned it all up, got it all Kemper profiled for y'all. My wife said that, honey, your tone is kind of like a pick with a chainsaw at the edges of it, and I like that. I love her. Man, I love my wife. But it's true. I really like being able to hear some kind of a... Well, just wanted to have a little one-on-one moment with all of you guys. You know, I've been playing metal music for a long time. Actually, I've been playing since 1986 or 85. And my sole purpose in every band or every metal thing I've done in my life was to have something unique, have your own sound, have your own tone. And, you know, that's always been my goal, was to find something that is me. You can hear everybody. You know it's Dimebag. You know Dimebag's playing guitar when you hear anything. You don't even have to see the players play. You know, Eddie Van Halen, B.B. King. You just know their sound because that's the representation of themselves. And so I really want to be able to capture that somehow and make something unique. I will be in the process of creating my own distortion, my own amp. Some way, shape, or form, someone out there is going to help me. They are going to be able to guide me into the right ways and the knowledge of what I want in my distortion sound. And a lot of you love my tone, you love my distortion, you love how it rips, you love everything about it. And I'd like to actually represent something super original. And I love being able to express my feelings through music, through guitar, through distortion, through acoustic, through singing love songs, doing heavy metal, playing classical music. It depends how I feel. And I just wanted to give you a one-on-one moment. Yeah, it's a little different, but I will find a tone that is unique, that no one has, and you're gonna love it. And when I do have that tone and that amp, you will see it, I will share it, I will review it, and I will be super happy that that even is possible in this world. I talk to other people, and I've been guided on how to build my own amplifiers, and actually lucky enough to find a couple of guys that are willing to build me this amplifier as well, because their true quest also is tone and finding who you are on the inside. Just be able to speak with your tone, it's just amazing. You know, just to be able to go, hey, I'm talking to you in my language. Too much. Thank you guys. 1992 Rivera TBR 1F.